Hey everyone, welcome to episode 14 of the Comic Boot. I'm Kalen.
I'm James.
And unfortunately, Cody could not be here with us this week, so we're just going to have a duet.
It's the OG2 again.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wasn't here the first week, so
Nope.
it's just us. Alright, today we are going to talk about some of the solicitations that are coming out.
Yeah, it's a weird time for comics right now. Turn of the year, all that stuff. The only thing that is really going on with comics about anything is, I think the CW shows started back up, but you're not up to date on those.
No, not yet, unfortunately. I've been kind of busy.
A little bit.
Well,
Car breakdown.
Yeah, my car broke down.
Had to buy a new car and all that stuff.
So I haven't been able to get caught up on some of the DC shows, even though I'm hearing great things about at least Legends.
I know, and I feel like a real asshat because, you know...
Oh, you bashed it.
I bashed Flash, but then...
Well,
dude, this episode of Flash was really good.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dude. It was it was good. And of course, I hated the Arrow episode because I hate Katie Cassidy so much.
Oh yeah, yeah. She comes back as the Black Siren, which
is just she throws exactly 0 punches, and all she does is bend over
scream.
and open her mouth. Which
phrasing?
I know we're not doing phrasing anymore. Which she's like I said it before. She's beautiful. Beautiful girl, but she is not Canary. Period.
No. It's hard. I don't get it. It's really hard for them to find a really good Canary.
They had a good Canary
in Sarah Lance.
Yeah, just go with that.
Well, I mean, she's the White Canary, so
Own
that's
it.
still a thing.
I guess I don't know. But yeah, this episode of Flash was amazing. It was really, really good. And then the Legends episode was, dude,
it's funny. Isn't it?
Oh my god. Yeah. So I don't know how they got. I guess because they really didn't use the names of, but they did. They used the name Indiana Jones, but that's not owned by.
No, it's not
Marvel
owned by Disney.
per se.
Well, I mean,
Disney.
but they own Lucasfilm, don't they?
But they just used the name George Lucas, but they never said Lucasfilms or anything like that.
Okay.
And they never mentioned any of the actual movie titles.
So they kind of skated around the.
Yeah, but oh my god, man, it's just littered with. It's like Legends of Tomorrow took full free reign and liberty and said, you know, if you want to live your life by this continuity or whatever, this is how all of Star Wars got inspired, was because of the DC CW show Legends of Tomorrow.
Well, don't you think that's just kind of like a huge slap in the face to Marvel?
It is, but I dig it.
Of course you do.
Well, I mean, George Lucas is like the props master for Rip Hunter's movie that he's making in the mid 70s, or late 60s, whenever Lucas is in film school. And the whole thing behind it is the guy that plays Citizen Steel, and then of course Brendan Routh's character Adam are both inspired to become who they become, scientist and a historian, because of Star Wars and Indiana Jones. And so this thing happens with them around Rip's movie, which is basically the entire season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow. And that he's just kind of he thought that he had come up with off the top of his head because he took the Spear of Destiny, and the Spear of Destiny changed who he was, and he doesn't have any no memories of anything that happened.
Okay.
And so he goes to film school in the 60s.
And he has all these brilliant ideas because of what he just went through during season 1 with all the time travel and stuff.
Right. So, yeah, but there's a trash compactor scene that it's Star Wars.
Okay,
it's
but
good.
anyways, the show sounds like they're finding their footing again.
Yeah, no,
for a little bit, I was just kind of like, oh boy, here we go. But
it's good. It's good. I'm digging it. Sorry, I'm going through the computer. I'm pulling up Solicitations on the computer here.
And I made like a very, very short list of some of the number ones and things that are coming out that I'm kind of excited for. First up is America #1, which is...
Are you doing Marvel?
It's a Marvel title. And I'm excited for it because I read the Young Avengers volumes.
This is Solicitations for March, right?
Yes, this is the March one.
And this is... So America the America Captain America, the girl Captain America?
America Chavez.
Okay.
Yes. If you've read Kieran Gillen's and Jamie McKelvey's run of Young Avengers, you'll understand why I'm excited, because they really brought this character who I don't think was really a thing until that run. Like, she's relatively new, and she was like super badass. Like, she punches reality and makes portals into other things. It's really cool. I enjoyed that run of Young Avengers. I have no idea why they wanted to cancel it, other than just to give Loki his own book.
So was Young Avengers? She was like a Captain America type character in that.
Yes.
Okay. So now she has her own solo title, and that's coming out in March.
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
The first issue. Anything you wanted to...
As we continue with the all-female Avengers, or A-Force.
Well, I mean...
Which did terribly.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they're doing. I mean, I guess Marvel wants to be more inclusive, which is fine.
But they're being inclusive for inclusive's sake.
They're not doing it in such a genuine way, because
it's not organic.
I think we've already touched on this in previous episodes, but it's not organic. And again, how long is this gonna last? Like, how long is Riri Williams going to be the lead in the Invincible Iron Man title?
Yeah, and I think that, we have discussed this before, and I'll say it again, I think Kamala Khan's the only one that survives this.
Right.
Because they're already talking about, there are whispers, rumors, you know how those go in the comic book world.
For another reboot, right?
Yeah, they're seriously, there's a lot of people that are honestly questioning the direction of the comic side of things, and they're really pushing for just a complete reboot. I mean, one of the unfortunate things that's going to happen over the next couple months is Moon Knight's going to end. Jeff Lemire's leaving it, or just ending it. Issue 14, Moon Knight's done.
Yeah.
Which is heartbreaking, because...
That was like something from Marvel you really clung to.
One of the very few things from Marvel that I really clung to.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And so that kind of leaves a big void. I started reading, Daredevil, which so far has been good. The last 2 issues were finishing up a storyline with Blind Spot, and now next month's or the next issue of it is going to be starting a new storyline, but it's all going to be backstory on how Matt Murdock made everyone forgot he exists. So,
ooh, okay.
But no, I don't have anything else on that. The stuff I just have one thing from Marvel, and I think that's in February.
What's that?
Kingpin, #1.
Oh, of course. You love Kingpin.
Well, I want to cosplay as him because I'm a big dude.
Are you sure? No, I mean, you could wear, like, really skimpy
All
outfits.
I need is a nice... Go to Bear Bars?
What was it? A Red Velvet Walrus?
Yeah, with a Red Velvet Walrus, yeah. I love that show.
He's talking about happy endings, in case you guys were wondering.
So the Kingpin #1 on Newsarama... Basically, Wilson Fisk builds a brand new empire. The Kingpin has done bad things, deplorable things. He has cheated the law. He has blackmailed rivals. He has killed, but that's all in the past.
So this is like some kind of Kingpin redemption story?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Do you think it's legit, or is that going to get turned on its head pretty quickly?
It's Kingpin, man. He's one of the few... Not one of the few. He is the... in my opinion, the premier Marvel Cinematic Universe bad guy that they've done on screen, period. I mean, he's Daredevil Season 1, and he shows up in Daredevil Season 2. He was the big bad for Batfleck's Daredevil thing with, the big guy. Green Mile.
Michael Clark Duncan?
Michael Clark Duncan played Kingpin.
R.I.P.
Black Kingpin.
Notice how no one gave a shit.
No, because we didn't have that much social media, and racist idiots weren't allowed to speak their minds. But now we have the Trumpocalypse happening. But
Trumpocalypse.
Yeah, so it's written out in this basic synopsis of it looking like a redemption song, but
who knows?
Yeah, I doubt that happens. Unless they completely Captain America it and make Kingpin a good guy, since Captain America is a undercover agent for Hydra now.
I'm surprised they haven't retconned that yet.
Well, that's the whole Civil War II, man. That's all Captain America.
Yeah.
Every single bit of it. So he influenced the... Odysseus? Ulysses. God bless. Yeah, so I mean, he... completely manipulated Ulysses for the precog, big air quotes on that.
Yeah.
And caused all this. I mean, it was his goal to basically have them fighting and kill each other. and he got part of his way, but
Yeah.
Whenever Miles Morales, the precog on the Miles Morales holding Captain America's dead body on the steps of the Capitol, freaks out Captain Marvel, and she goes down and destroys Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So now he's in a coma. Well, according to that, but we know that he's around in Riri Williams' run because they messed up release dates and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, they got Electra 1 coming out, and then Bullseye. They're doing a Bullseye mini run.
Oh, that might be interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know why all of a sudden they're doing this big push on Daredevil stuff, but hey, I'm not gonna.
I mean,
complain.
I guess because the show's super popular.
Yeah, but it's a little late for that.
Well, the Defenders is happening soon, or maybe they're seeing a spike in Daredevil titles.
That's good
because of the show.
I got to get into it. I'm only 2 issues deep in what I've been reading, unless I go back and read trade paper. But
well, speaking of comic books and the Netflix shows, Iron Fist is going to have a #1 happening in March as well.
Which I'm definitely going to get that.
I mean, Alex Ross is doing some variants for it, which would be, I'm sure they'd be expensive at some point, because Alex Ross is...
Especially with the way Marvel's been doing variants lately, where it's like 1 of 1,000, 1 to 1,000, or 1 to 500.
Yeah.
But if it's Alex Ross, it's probably going to be 1 to 1,000, which...
And there are a lot of Alex Ross fans out there.
There are. The problem is that they get so overpriced that casual collectors don't have a chance in hell on getting those.
That's true.
It all goes to people that can afford to buy it, and then they put them on eBay for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
I don't feel like, being in the business of comic books where that's concerned. I want to collect what I want to collect. I want to frame what I want to frame. Like my hip-hop variants from Marvel.
Which look really good, actually.
Yeah, pretty excited about that. And then... I really want to start getting all the movie variants that they did with the DC stuff a while back. So right now I just have the Magic Mike. Imagine that. I have the Magic Mike.
What? You have the Magic Mike cover?
What? Because I love Magic Mike.
It's not like you haven't brought up that movie at least 5 times.
I need to bring it up every week.
No, why?
Because it's amazing.
As amazingly terrible as that chick's fake laugh in the first movie.
I just remember the dude from the blonde kid. He had that movie where he got ugly or whatever.
Oh, Alex Pettyfer?
Yeah, Alex Pettyfer.
I think it's funny how he didn't come back for the second one.
Good. He was like a druggie in the first one. Whatever.
Oh yeah, of course. Because he's a stripper, he has to be addicted to drugs.
Aren't they all? So Alex Ross is doing several. He's doing a variant cover. He's doing a black and white variant cover. They're also doing a hip-hop variant cover for Iron Fist.
I guess I know what you're going to get.
Oh, I love it. And they haven't decided who's doing that one yet. But Kunlun is in ruins. The chi fueling Danny's fist is wavering. Is there a future for the Iron Fist? Danny Rand pushes himself to the breaking point, finding fights to prove his worth. But a bigger fight than he can handle may have found him.
Finding fists.
Hey, you never know. As long as it's not... Okay, so who's doing... There's no art. Mike Perkins is doing the art. That's written by Ed Brisson.
I'm not familiar with Mike Perkins' work.
Oh, let's look it up real quick.
And then I have on my list Darth Maul. I'm so excited.
Who's writing that? Do you know?
I don't actually, but I mean, I think it'll be pretty good. Marvel has done a great job with the Star Wars. I mean, making Jason Aaron the lead writer on the main Star Wars book was a good idea. And I read all of Princess Leia, which that was a pretty interesting take.
I can deal with Mike Perkins. As I was worried that they were going to do the Luke Cage thing make it that real stylized, the weird cartoony look. But Mike Perkins looks like he has pretty decent art.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think it'd be too much to have both of them be really cartoony.
Well, they're supposed to... they're like peas and